Hi guys, how are you doing? I'm doing super good. I'm doing amazing like always. And I welcome you back on my channel once again. We have an announcement to make. We are expecting a baby. The baby is on board and I'm super excited. I'm super happy to announce this news to the world. We have decided to continue this pregnancy in Sweden. So in coming days, I would love to share my experiences regarding the medical facilities, regarding the parental benefits and other experiences that I might have during this pregnancy in Sweden. We have also decided to continue to be in Sweden post pregnancy. So I would love to share my experiences on this channel in coming days. For that, please stay tuned on this channel. But today we are going to talk about Sweden's visit visa, Schengen visa. It's a summertime and it is the best period to invite your family members. It is the best period to visit this wonderful country. It is the best weather. You don't have to carry your heavy jackets. You don't have to carry very heavy clothes. You can travel light. You can travel to many different countries with this Schengen visa. So I would say this is the best time period either to invite your loved ones or to travel to this beautiful country. So in this video, I would like to cover everything that you should know, you must know while applying for the Schengen visa, while applying for the Sweden visit visa. What kind of document that you might need, how much amount of money that you should have, what kind of medical insurance policy that you would also need, and in the end also how much time it might take for you to get a Schengen visa or how much time it might get for you to have this visit visa. For that, please stay tuned till the end. If you watch this video until the end, I'm sure you do not have to go to any of the agent to apply for this Sweden visa. You get this visa for 90 days. One interesting fact about this visa is that you will get this visa for 90 days, but you have to ensure that you will utilize that visa within the 180 days time period. This is a bit confusing, the 90 days and 180 days time period. Basically, you will get the visa for 90 days, for 3 months, but you have to utilize that 90 days within the period of 180 days, within the period of 6 months. If you still want to extend your stay, let's say you got a 90 days Schengen visa and you still want to extend your stay in Sweden, in that case, you have to apply on migration agency's website for the extension permit, and in that case, you will get a resident permit. Normally, you will get a visa. But if you apply for the extension, if you would like to stay in Sweden for more than 90 days, in that case you will get a resident permit, and that you do on the Sweden's migration agency's webpage. But in this video, I would exclusively like to talk about Sweden's 90 days visit visa and not about the extension of the 90 days visa and not about the resident permit. You have to apply for this visa through a Sweden's external service provider of your country. In case of, for example, India, VFS is the external service provider. You can check for your country who is the external service provider. You can go on the Sweden's embassy's webpage and you can check external service provider. Maybe for your country also it can be VFS or it can be any other agency. So you can check on that agency's webpage. Through the external service providers only you can apply for the Sweden Schengen visa, Sweden's visit visa. Please visit your embassy's webpage and understand who is the external service provider for your specific country. On the external service provider's webpage, you will find this visa application form. Download that form. Please fill that form carefully and you have to attach other documents along with that form. Talking about the documents, what kind of documents you would need? Obviously, without saying it goes, a valid passport. Your passport should be valid at least 3 months after your visa expires. If you check on the VFS webpage, you will find a Schengen visa's application. You can also find that application on Sweden's migration agency's webpage. But I would suggest please fill the form which is available on the external service provider's webpage and not on the Sweden's migration agency's webpage. Because based on your country, based on your location from where you are applying, there might be some minute variations in the form. Apart from that, you also have to give the purpose of visit. Your purpose of visit can be tourism. You're just coming here as a tourist. You can also come here to visit your family members. Let's say I am inviting my parents. So in that case, the purpose of visit can be to visit family members or to visit friend. But in case of visiting a family member, I have to give an invitation letter. The person should have an invitation letter from a person who is inviting them. So if I am inviting somebody to my parents or to friend, in that case I have to give an invitation letter. and that invitation letter is also available on the Sweden's migration webpage or also on your external service providers webpage. You can download that invitation letter and you can fill all the details that is required. So that invitation letter is important. You can also visit to Sweden for some religious purpose. Let's say some religious activities is happening in Sweden and you would like to visit, you would like to attend that activity. In that case, you can visit with this visa. In that case also, you have to show proof that where this activity is happening, how long this activity is going to go, and what is the nature of the activity. So you can also come to Sweden for the religious purpose. Whatever reason you are giving, you have to show some kind of proof. If I am coming here on the tourist visa, then you need to show your tickets of this is the plan, I am going to stay here, this is my hotel booking, and I am going to leave the country on this date. You also need to have a medical insurance policy, and that policy should cover the expense of at least 30,000 euros. Unfortunately, something happens to you while you are in Sweden. In that case, your medical expenses should be taken care by this medical policy, and that policy should cover at least 30,000 euros. You also need to have dummy tickets. You also need to have tickets to show while applying for the visa. The purpose of the ticket is very simple, that you are going to visit to Sweden on these dates and you have a plan to leave Sweden. You have tickets, you have definite plan to leave Sweden, and you are not going to overstay in Sweden illegally. So that is the basic purpose of the tickets. What you can do is you can book flexi tickets, so that let's say there is a delay in getting the approval for your visa, or let's say unfortunately visa gets rejected. In that case, you can just cancel those tickets. You can pay little extra and please book a flexi ticket, but you need to have those tickets. So you can revise those dates, you can revise your travel date, or maybe you can cancel if in case your visa does not get approved. While applying for the Sweden Schengen visa, you need to show your travel plan, you need to have those tickets. You also need to show a financial proof that you will be financially stable enough, you can take care of yourself while living in Sweden. For example, food or travel expense, how will you manage that? So for that, you need to show some kind of money that you have in your bank account. As per the Sweden standard, you should have 450 SEK per day in your bank account to live a decent life or to survive in Sweden. If I am inviting my family members, let's say I invite somebody, let's say I invite a friend or family and I am sponsoring them, in that case, I might need to submit my salary slips. It's good that if I submit my employer contract, my employment contract, so it will give the proof that okay, I am earning enough and I can sponsor these people while they are living in Sweden. If you're coming on your own, if you're coming let's say on tourist visa, in that case you need to show a bank balance of 450 SEK per day into 90, because you will get a visa for 90 days. In that case, you need to have bank balance which you can survive for next 90 days, and you show the proof of your bank statement along with the visa application. And once you submit all these documents, once you have filled the form, once you have purchased a medical insurance policy, your tickets, and have attached all these documents, you have to book an appointment to an embassy to give your biometrics and fingerprints. There are few embassies which allows you walk-in. You do not have to book an appointment. But there are also embassies where you have to book an appointment. So you can look for your nearest embassy based on your location, based on the place wherever you are located, and you can book an appointment if they allow appointment. If they do not allow appointment, if they do not have appointment structure, in that case probably you can walk into an embassy, you give your fingerprints and you give your biometric. One interesting information that many miss out is that passport size photo. Please do not forget to carry passport size photos, because I have experiences from many of my friends. They fill the form very carefully, but in the end they forget to take the passport size photos and you have to run a lot. So please make sure that you also carry your passport size photos while visiting to the embassy. Once you visit embassy, once you give your biometric, now it's time for you to wait. Standard processing time is 20 days. It should not take more than that. But in worst case scenario, it can also get extended. There are multiple types of 90 days Schengen visa. You can have a single entry visa. Let's say I got a visa, but then I can enter to Sweden only once and leave. Once I leave the country, I am not eligible to re-enter in the country. There are multiple entries visa that you can visit to the country as many times as you want. Let's say I got visa for 90 days. So within that 90 days time period, I can visit to Sweden number of times. Come to Sweden, I do my work and I go back, and again I come to Sweden. So it depends on what type of work you have. If you are coming only for the tourism purpose, and if you are not going to come back again to Sweden, then single entry visa is good enough for you. But if you would like to visit Sweden for multiple times, then you can apply for the multi-entry visa. It is very rare that Sweden's Schengen visa gets rejected. But unfortunately, let's say your visa gets rejected. In that case, you can still apply against the decision to the embassy. You have 3 weeks of period. Let's say I got a decision today and my visa got rejected. I can appeal against that decision within next 3 weeks to the embassy. I probably need to submit few more documents and I can appeal against that decision. And if I'm fortunate enough, my visa might get approved. If your visa get rejected, then you can also appeal against that decision. I think the Schengen visa process is quite simple compared to other countries' visa processes, because those are quite complicated. If you're planning to visit to Sweden, I wish you a very happy journey. I would say this is the best time period. Summer is the best period when you should travel to these countries, especially Europe. Europe is a party place during summer, and summer is the best time when you can explore many different places. You do not have to carry very heavy winter jackets. You can travel light. You can travel to many countries. You can explore food. And also during summer there are many activities happening around the Sweden, around Europe. For that matter, there are so many concerts happening. All the celebrities are traveling to different places doing their shows. So you might able to travel, you might able to attend many events here in Sweden or in Europe. So please grab this opportunity and travel to Sweden or travel to Europe. And I hope this video will help you and will make your journey to Sweden easier. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will come back again on this channel with a new video on a new day with a new topic. Till then, please stay tuned. Bye.